Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for the first pillow talk with Similicious. Let's talk about The Sims 5. So this is the focus of today. I wanted to talk about The Sims 5. I am super excited because I think it's coming. I think that's it's in the works right now. They're really talking about The Sims 5. Now that they're working on it, let's start voicing ourselves and talk about the things we want to see. So this is my list of the 10 things that I really do want to see in The Sims 5. Number 1, open world. EA, Maxis, whoever you are that will make this decision, listen to me. Listen to us. And I'm pretty sure I am not the only person that said that and is saying that and is praying for it. Okay, every night I go, please, please, please help us. Help us. Help me. Help me. Okay? We need an open world. I know it cuts down, I guess, on loading time and things like that, but we don't care. We can get faster computers and, you know, play the game. We want the full aspect, even if we have to wait for the screen to load. I'd rather wait and have the full gameplay experience than to have my sim just like load from one screen to the other, or start going towards like the neighbor's house and just disappear and then it starts loading. I hate that with a passion. The open map just gives you that realistic life simulation, because when you want to go somewhere, you don't teleport to that place. You get in your car or in a taxi and you get there. And that's what I loved so much about The Sims 3. It's that, you know, you could see your sim go through the map and they could be late to school because they don't leave on time. I feel like this neighborhood vibe for me is missing. When I play The Sims 4, yes, they're really big on social interactions, but they're lacking on that. Okay, this is realistic. You need to get in your car to get to wherever you're trying to go, right? And when you see the open map, I also feel like it gives you, because right now I'm pretty sure there are places in the different worlds that I've never seen. Number 2, traits and aspiration. We do not have enough. It's so black and white in The Sims 4. I mean, in real life, there's more traits than that, right? Somebody can be happy and a happy person and a crazy person at the same time. You know, so I think we should have more options when it comes to the different traits. 3, careers. I personally think that there's so much more that we could do with The Sims 4 Get to Work. There's a lot that could have been done with the pack. It is a great pack. The idea behind it was great. We already have restaurant owners where you can actually go and dine in. So why can't we, if we decide to become a waiter or decide to become a barista at a coffee shop, then we should be able to go to work and actually perform those jobs, just like we have the career right now for doctor, or if you want to become a detective, or if you want to become a vet. So the same thing could apply to those things. The only thing that I absolutely hate and I really do want to see in The Sims 5 is the idea of like a customer should go to the actual cashiers and pay for their goods there. Like if I own a coffee shop, or if I'm playing as a coffee shop employee, I want the Sims to be able to line up and go to the register and, you know, give the money transaction, and then, you know, if my sim is the only employee, then they will end up making the drink or giving them whatever they paid for, making that and then handing it to them, right? Or if there's another employee, then you have the cashier, and then you have like the bartender, the barista, whoever's making the food and the drink. Then that person can then move on once the order is received, just like we have in restaurants, and then make it and then hand it to this, you know, the customer. So I really think this is the aspect that they could improve on, because we have everything to get to that level. Number 4, cars. I mean, come on. Open worlds mean cars, okay? We cannot have an open world and just not have cars or taxis anymore, right? This is something we used to have in The Sims 3, and I am pretty sure this can come back with The Sims 5. Bring back the cars and the taxis. Now for cars, I know with The Sims 2 it used to be much more realistic. They used to go and open the door and get in the car. In The Sims 3 it was more like transport into the car and then go. That's fine if that's what you want to do, but at least we do have that aspect of actually driving to somewhere, and you could actually take a taxi if you don't own a car, and you learn how to drive if you are a teenager, which is, I love it. It's absolutely cool. It adds to the gameplay. The other aspect is public transportation. Maybe now I'm actually trying, because come on, if this is The Sims 5, we need something that is huge, something that is gonna wow us simmers, because we've been simming for so long and we really do want that next level thing. Because come on, the sim community is so huge. There's so many people that love The Sims and we support The Sims and we will continue to play the game. But come on, The Sims 5 has to be wow, okay? So how about adding public transportation? My sim can actually wait at the bus stop and get on the bus, right? I get it, we're not gonna see the bus, will be a rabbit hole. As soon as she's in the bus, we can see the bus go because it's an open world, but that's about it until she gets off wherever she needs to get off, right? That would be super great because, hey, in the city, who drives? I mean, I don't drive in DC, I will never drive in New York. I mean, come on. Those are the little things that will add up to the gameplay. And the other public transportation that I really want to see in The Sims 5 is airports. I totally understand that this is going to be a little trickier. There's more to it. It's, you know, it's a big challenge to do it. But even if the airport, as far as getting on the plane, is like a rabbit hole and you do not see that, I'm totally fine with it. But having the concept of going into the airport and you checking your bags and then you go in line, just that simple aspect add on to our gameplay. Same for if you want a train station, because they had that in The Sims 3, whereas you can just go and hop on the subway, but then it was a rabbit hole because you just click on subway. But we kind of want something a little further than that, something a little more to it, right? We don't just want to see the subway, the entrance of it, right, and click on it and then the sim disappears. I really do want to see the subway itself. So, you know, once you click on it, or you can go down in the subway, and then, you know, we see the subway, and once the train arrives, then that's it, it becomes a rabbit hole. But at least that little you know, building, at least we can get in the building and it kind of like feel like we are in a subway, okay? So I don't know if it makes sense to you guys. Do you think that I'm asking for too much? I know I can be a piece of work, but come on, we're talking about The Sims 5, okay? Not 1, 2, 3, but 5, okay? So this one has to be big, and 5 is personally my lucky number, so I'm really expecting something big. 6, grocery stores. In The Sims 3, you can actually go to a grocery store and buy your groceries, but it's a rabbit hole again, and you know, you just click on it, your sim disappears, and that's it. But come on, okay? We already have the feature of owning a business where you can put anything on shelves. They have those how do you call it, the merchants, right, with city living. So this is something that is achievable, very achievable with The Sims. So I really think they can put that into the game. Yes, maybe the options will be limited. You know, we will just have like a lot where you go in there and it looks just like a regular grocery store. Maybe all the action you can pick, you know, when you click on a fridge, for example, it lets you pick everything from the store. It's not like you have to go aisle to aisle and select things. Come on, I know that's a lot of work. But then you can mimic the action of actually checking out. I feel these are things that could be added. It will be so beneficial, and as a simmer, I will be so grateful. 7 for me, I personally don't play a lot of pregnancies, but I still think that once in a while, when I have a sim that is pregnant and is about to give birth, and you know, you feel like the baby's coming and everybody's rushing, and with the open world, you still get to drive to to the hospital, and they should actually have the option now having an ambulance, right? Not everybody will own a car, or you don't want to take a taxi, you know, you don't want your water to break in somebody else's car. Come on, let's have some decency. But I don't know, an ambulance would be perfect, because I mean, that would be great. You can just click on it and ambulance comes and you get on there. It's a rabbit hole, but we can see it go through and get to the hospital, because it's an open world. And then once you get to the hospital, we can see you walk in, and because it's a pregnancy, I'm pretty sure we can have something like you know, you can see a nurse or a doctor, somebody rush towards your pregnant sim because they need care, right? And then as soon as they do that, and then they can kind of like put them on like a wheelchair and go behind doors, and then it can become a rabbit hole, right? At that point we don't have access. I'm totally fine with it, but just the action of it I feel like needs to be a little more realistic. Come on, this is The Sims 5. Let's raise the standards a little bit, okay? The next one for me is really movies. I like going to the movies a lot. I love it, and this is one thing. Yes, they came up with the movie pack with The Sims 4, but then yeah, you sit down at home and watch it, but then you want that interaction where you're actually able to go out to the movie theater and watch a movie, right? Yes, now they give you the liberty, because a lot of people have created movie theater lots and you can go on there, but you have to use a mod to make it look like it's an actual movie thing where people are watching. But why do all that? Why can't you just put it in The Sims 5, okay? So just have a couple lots. There are movie theaters where you can actually go and get in and buy your ticket, because they used to have that for The Sims 3, but it was a rabbit hole. You click on the movie theater, and then and pretty much once you get in, that's it. They'll let you know if there's a movie starting soon or not, and then once you get in, that's it, done. But come on, we need more than that. Now we need to go in, because of everything else that we got in The Sims 4. I believe that the next logical step with The Sims 5 would just be, okay, now you can get in. You know, you can mimic the action of purchasing a ticket, and then you walk into a room. Now, when you walk into a room, you know, it's like a regular theater. The movie's starting, or already started, or is about to start, whatever option you want to give us. And then you sit down, pick your seats. If you go alone or if you go with people, it's an option as well. And then you can all sit down and watch the movie. Yeah, it gives you a couple of things that you could do during the movie, and then that's it. Once the movie's done, you get out. Just a movie, like watching a game, like soccer game. They used to have the soccer games, or I think it was a football game. Once you click on the stadium, and all you can do is just disappear in there. But how about making it not 100% open, but like you can get in, we can still see the inside. Once you sit down, that's it. There's nothing you can do for that time that you're watching the game. Maybe 9 accessories, it's like handbags, you know, and your watch and your ring, right? You should be able to have some sort of interaction with them, because number one, with The Sims, we don't have handbags, which bothers me so much. I mean, come on, what female over 12 does not walk around with a handbag or backpack? You know, come on. Can you give us handbags? And yeah, you download the CC content and all these mods, and then you can have a handbag. But the issue with that is it is stuck with you. You have a handbag and you're cooking and it's still there. It's like, why? You know, it is so annoying. So we need accessories that we can actually take off during the gameplay, because I don't want to have a handbag that I'm stuck with even when I'm cooking or I'm running. It makes no sense, right? So if we have accessories that we can pick up, basically you're going out and you can grab your purse when you can kind of interact with those as objects, and you can grab them as you go. I think that would be great. We really do need this, okay? That will add up to the gameplay. Same for the backpack. If you have a backpack, you can put it down, put it on. But they kind of had that too with the Sims 3 University, where you can put your backpack on and, you know, remove it. But, you know, just remove it and you can interact with it. Let's say you can take something out of your backpack, and say somebody gives you a gift, you can put it in your purse, put it in your backpack. Somebody gives you something like your lunch sack, you can put it in your backpack or your purse, you know, because that would be the inventory, but it is actually something in the game that you can interact with and take things out of. It will make more sense. So I just think this is the next logical step for accessories. We kind of need them. And the last thing that I really do want to see in The Sims 5 is realistic sim skin and features. Because I always like go on people's websites, or when I'm downloading CC content, I'm like, oh my god, their sims look amazing. This should come with the game just to make your sim a little more realistic. Because we're talking about the Sims 5, I would expect this to be part of the original base game. It's not my number one, but I think that it will be great for the game. It's not going to prevent me from playing The Sims 5, but it would definitely add up to the gameplay. Alright guys, thank you again for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video, give me the thumbs up, and click on the bell so that you never miss out on anything I post. Bye bye!